Hello modelers, I'm James with Motion RC, and today we're going to do an overview video on one of the latest additions to our lineup of Teching engine model kits. This is the Mini Turbofan Engine, and what's awesome about this kit and all our Teching model engine kits that they are fully metal and functional. You flip a switch and you're gonna see that motor, whichever one you get, the turbofan, a V8 motor, you name it, we pretty much have them there, but they will actually work. You know, they won't produce thrust, they're not something you put inside of an RC model, but for a display-worthy display model, these things are absolutely fantastic. And I just wanted to go over this one because this is the lowest price, most cost-effective model that Teching has released to date, and it's awesome as an entry-level model to get into this kind of model building and also start maybe a new collection of something awesome. So again, this little turbofan engine has about 150 parts, and when you take it out of the box, you're gonna see everything is labeled absolutely beautifully. Every piece has a number associated with it. They give you a box for all the screws. They give you a little bottle of grease that you're going to use to grease up some of the functioning pieces inside, because that's going to help it run smoothly and last a long time. As you can see, when you go through the manual, it is laid out. I like to associate it with Lego, with the ease of use of the manuals of something like a Lego. If you've ever built a Lego kit, which most people probably have, you will know that they're very detailed. They go step by step, and no different with this Teching manual. So before I chat your ear off, let's go into just all the steps to build this, and should take you about an hour. So I just time-lapsed myself building this model, but you're going to start by assembling the charge port and the bracket base of the model. That's going to have the internal functioning board inside of it. That's where you're going to have to plug in the charge port, the switch for the on and off, and all the things of that nature. And it's very simple, and as you can see, very detailed. It goes together nice and smooth. They tell you exactly where to place the battery. They show you how to loop it through and all the holes that are needed. And once you get that base complete, you are on your way to starting to build the turbofan. So the next part is the fan assembly, and again, nice, beautiful machine parts. All those fan blades are metal, and you put them into the hub, and then you attach it to the central shaft, and you are ready to go with your next part. Then you move on to the front support casing assembly. Now this is going to be the first point where you have to add some lubricating oil, but the manual tells you how to do it. I like to paint on that grease, so they give you a little jar of grease for any parts you need to lubricate. And I just used a little paintbrush that I had to paint it onto the pieces. But you assemble that case and you are ready to go. Step 4 is going to be assembling the fan assembly and the front support assembly. So now you're going to take that fan assembly we made earlier and you're going to put it into the thing we recently just made. And once that's connected, you're on to the next step. So now you're on to that high pressure casing compressor. That's where you're going to see all those pieces really work on this turbofan aside from the fan, all the parts inside the turbofan, and this is where you put those together. So again, step by step, the manual color codes them, and all the pieces have numbers where needed, so it's really hard to get confused. Now once that's complete, you move on to the turbine casing assembly, and very similar to what we just did, you're going to piece that together. And now you're getting near the end. Now it's just attaching all these big pieces that we built. So first you got to take that front support casing assembly and add it to the high pressure casing assembly. And then once those are added, you can see your turbofan is almost complete. So now we just assemble the rear support assembly, add on the tail cone, and now you move to the final assembly, and that's just attaching the lead from the motor into your base and screwing the base to the turbofan itself and testing it, make sure that it all works well. So there you have it, guys, and once it's all together, again, it works beautifully. You just flip the switch and you can see that your turbofan starts spinning and it'll just, display like that. They do have a charge port. They give you a charge cable right here that you could plug into a USB, because you will notice on the on-off, there's two versions of on. It goes on, the middle is off, and then up is on. So if you are fully down, on 2, if you will, that's for if you want to run it while it's plugged in. So you can leave it plugged in and run it off of USB power if you want to. But if not, you could just run it on the LiPo inside, and if it ever stops, you just recharge it by inserting the charge port into the charge port in the back. But that's pretty much it. What I love about this Model 2 is all the clear parts, they are magnetically driven. So if you don't even want those on there, if you really want to see the interiors working, you can see that beautifully with having those parts off. So I really dig that. I love these display models. I know Wesley's doing a V8 motor. He did the big one that he's gonna have a video coming out soon for, so you guys are gonna have to check that out. And I did the civil turbofan, which was a little bigger than this. And it also has a way to, not only when it's turned on, that it moves, but you could change the speed on it. The larger models do have speed dials, if you will, that can sort of rev up the engine or lower the engine, but all around, they are absolutely gorgeous. And I love that they give you the little bottle of grease. It's gonna be more than enough to last you throughout the lifetime of these models. So if you ever need to grease it up, if you feel it's not spinning properly, you could always add a little grease where needed, which is a nice thing. But all around, absolutely beautiful. Love having these on sale here at Motion RC, and we highly recommend you starting. If you're going to start your journey with teching model kits, start with this mini turbine fan. You can't go wrong for the price, and you can't go wrong for the detail, the level of detail, and help you learn how to build. Because once you build this one, you'll be ready to move on to some of the larger ones, because again, they all build the same. They all have all metal functioning parts, and overall just really fun things to build. Can't speak any more about them. But that'll do it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed this, please hit the like button down below. If you got any questions or comments, please also leave them down below. But if you want to really support Motion RC, head on over to motionrc.com, because we've got everything there, from engine model kits to RC tanks, planes, boats, helicopters, you name it. We got it at Motion RC. We're happy to serve you, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.